Hey everyone, this is Michael Brook from Rapid Couples Counselling, and the title of this video today is Misery Requires Consensus. Often people will come to me in order to improve their relationship, and they've been very unhappy for a long period of time. So for the purpose of this video, I'd like to define misery as being really unhappy over an extended period of time. When you talk to people who've been very unhappy for many years, it's very clear when you talk to couples that are miserable that both people are engaged in a pattern of behaviors that mean neither of their needs are being met, but neither of them wants to move first. I've talked about this in the mutual deprivation pact, where what tends to happen is when the mutual deprivation pact gets set up where my needs aren't being met, your needs aren't being met, I'm going to make damn sure your needs aren't being met because mine aren't, and if you do the same thing, then what tends to happen is if people get stuck in that loop and keep doing that for a really long period of time, then they end up becoming very miserable. But it requires both people to stay miserable. It requires consensus. It requires both people to go, I'm not going to change, you're not going to change, and they need to agree that there's going to be no change. Now, they might both be miserable and they might want things to change, but they also agree upon the pattern of behavior. Sometimes people can stay like that for the rest of their lives. Some people can stay miserable because the pain of the misery they're experiencing is better than the pain of seeking out something else. It's very sad, but this is true, and this is how come some people can live their entire lives being completely miserable, and when their partner dies, they're not sad, they're relieved. Doing that is a choice. To stay in a relationship where you're miserable is a choice. Change in a relationship is always unilateral. There's always one person that decides that they're not going to stick with a consensus. There's always one person that says, this isn't good enough and I want something better. When that happens, the person who wants the change, they move first. They go, this isn't going to happen, and then typically the consensus or the consensual misery is no longer possible. And then what happens is change happens in the relationship, and the iron law of growth kicks in, and then they have to move and grow forward. Yeah. When one person stands in their integrity and says, I'm not going to deal with the misery anymore, then their partner's choices go down. But the choice that's removed from their partner is maintaining the consensual pattern of behavior that means they're both miserable. So if you're unhappy in a long-term relationship, or if you've been long-term for a while and you feel miserable, it's important to understand that you maintain that state by consensus. If both of you don't change, or one of you won't change, or won't say this isn't good enough, we need to change, then you'll stay in that state for a long time. It takes one person to change the relationship, but once that one person moves forward, once that one person makes the change and stands in their integrity, the entire thing shifts, and it happens real fast. So I hope this has helped. If you're unhappy in a relationship, please give me a call on 0432 681 321. Or alternatively, there's a booking link in the description. There's a link in the description for my book, Thriving in Flux, which can help you improve your relationship. Please check it out. Thanks very much for taking the time. Please like and subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Bye.